Hello guys, today I'm going to teach you guys how to build a proper fire. Okay guys, like I said, I'm going to teach you guys how to build a proper fire. Before we go ahead and go do that, I want to discuss the three things a fire needs. The triangle of fire. It needs oxygen, fuel, and heat. Those are the three things a fire needs. And what you're going to have to collect for the fire is tinder, kindling, and fuel. The tinder is what you're going to strike. If you have a ferro rod, flint and steel, whatever is going to ignite, a lighter, matches. It can go from inner bark, dried grasses, feather sticks, which I'm going to show you guys today. It can be anything that you guys can think of. Vaseline and cotton ball, whatever gets the fire going. And kindling is pencil lead size wood. You're going to need 3 handfuls of that to get this fire going effectively. And you will need fuel wood, which is thumb size and bigger. You will need all of those things for a proper fire. And I'm going to use feather sticks today. That's what I'm going to use to ignite the fire, and I'm going to ignite it with a ferro rod, and I will discuss how I'm going to do that when we get further into this video. But the first thing we're going to need is kindling. So let me readjust the camera and we will get started. Like I said, the first thing you guys are going to need is some kindling. What I have here is a dead maple tree. There is much better wood out there for kindling, which is pine. That's a great wood because it's filled with resin, but what I like to say is the best wood that you can use is the best wood you have. So use what you have. Don't go searching for pine if you're going to waste time that you don't have. So like I said, you guys are going to have to put 3 handfuls of pencil lead size stuff. So to ensure that you will have a fire properly. Okay guys, I just wanted to show you a good way of telling if your wood is dry that you have is if you can hear a good snap like that. That is a good, reliable way of telling if your wood is dry and dead. So as you guys can see, I'm collecting the wood from the same tree, or same fallen tree, so I don't have to roam everywhere for a whole bunch of different sizes of wood. This has it. I need to collect 3 handfuls of this. Okay guys, here is my kindling, which is pencil lead size and smaller, and here is my fuel wood, which is thumb size and bigger. See, if you notice, both of them are very similar in the stacks. They're very close in how much I picked up because they need to be. Now what I need to do is find my tinder. Okay guys, before we get to our tinder, 2 more things that you will need is a little bit more sticks to make a platform so you get your tinder off of the damp ground, and just to keep it a lot safer and more oxygen flow, which is one of the key elements for fire. Then you will need something at least your forearm size. I like to make mine a little bit bigger, so let me show you guys. You can elevate your stuff off of the ground or off of the tinder so you're not starving it of oxygen, because if you starve it of oxygen, obviously your fire's going to go out. Now to make the feather sticks, which will act as my tinder. Just a few things is for safety is I have a flat anvil. Safety for me, myself, and for the knife. Because if I'm chopping or batoning straight down and I miss and I'm on the ground, it could go, the blade could come down and hit a rock, damage your blade, or it could come down, slide off, and hit your leg. But if you have a flat anvil with a lot of surface area, if it slides off, it's going to hit this before it hits you. Always be sure of that. Which, this is a dead piece of maple, and then a hardwood baton. So what I'm going to do is put my knife down the middle, straight down the middle, good as I can, and baton. And I would preferably choose this piece of wood to be the size of your forearm, no smaller than that, because you're going to have to make a lot of feather sticks to to actually have a good chance at making this fire. You see, I just split that straight in half. Now what I'm going to do is split it into fourths. And choosing a piece of wood without knots is going to save you from a big headache. Because I'm telling you, that's going to be a pain. Slide those to the side and put this on and split this in fourths. Okay. Set your knife down. What I did, I just split that into fourths. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to split them into smaller sections so I can make some feather sticks. Now that I've got these split into the sections that I want to, I'm going to make some feather sticks. Okay guys, now that I have this anvil, it's another good thing that if I happen to slide down and it hits this, it's not hitting my body at all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a stance like this. This is how I like to do it. And you want to have your arm extended. You don't want to be using much of your arm because you will get exhausted quickly. And what you do is you just take them off. But you want to try to keep them on the stick, but it does not really matter if you do or not. It's not going to kill you if you don't keep them on the stick. You can just throw them in with your fire. But if you do, just more convenience. You still can make a fire without them on your stick, it doesn't matter. What I'm doing is when I'm cutting at this angle that I've made from batoning it, I'm taking the other angle and using that to make a fine curl. These don't really matter. What matters is when I take this one I'm going to light with the ferro rod, and I have to make that one real fine. See, these aren't real fine, but when I have the other ones lit, it'll be okay. Okay, guys. Like that. Those are pretty good curls. So I will get back to you guys when I finish up. Okay guys, just to show you that I have 4 of the actual feather sticks that I just broke off, so they're easier to lay in my kindling. And then just to show you guys who have trouble with keeping them on the stick, it works just as well when you have them off the stick. So I did half and half. But this is the ideal amount that you guys will want. Now I did not make these real fine, neither of these. So I'm going to take this one stick and I'm going to make real fine shavings so I can ignite it with a ferro rod. Alright guys, I got my stuff now. Now all I need to do is strike it. Alright guys, there it is. There, I'm going to go turn it around. I'll move the camera with us and put it in the fire lay. Try to get that on camera. Move the camera a bit. Alright guys. Now that you see that burning, I'm going to put my knife away. The only thing I'm going to have to do here is just move this stuff over top. No blowing, no nothing. Now all those feathers and all that stuff should have worked. And if it's not getting enough oxygen, that log that I said, you can just pull up and it'll get more oxygen. See, I can just lift it up. It'll get the oxygen. And as you guys can see, it is burning pretty well. I'm going to go ahead and put my rod up. Sorry about the shakiness of the camera, guys. It's hard to film one man. Want to keep you guys seeing that. Put my ferro rod up. Got the rest of my sticks. Toss them on. As you guys can see, I'm just tossing them. It doesn't really matter. No blowing or anything. Wasn't too difficult to build the fire today, really. Just let you guys watch this from the camera. Let me go put the camera on the tripod and I'll show you guys how high the flame is. I'm hoping you guys think that is knee high for sure. This was a kind of a response to reality survival. I didn't blow on it, and all I did, I explained to you guys how to make the fire. There you go, guys. That is how you build a fire with the 3 elements of oxygen, heat, and fuel. You always have to use those elements. As long as you remember them, you have no problem building the fire. And it's still burning pretty well behind me. Always put your small sticks on first, and then your larger ones. Fire likes chaos. Just remember that, and you'll be good. I am in a dry environment. You might have to put that factor in. So just all remember all this stuff when you're going to build a fire, and always build your fire safely. I am in a fire pit that is designated for fires. You always want to make sure you're in an area that is not going to cause a forest fire. Make a circle out of cleaning to soil or dirt if you don't have a fire pit, or make one. Rocks are everywhere. Well, thank you JJ from Reality Survival for issuing this challenge. I hope you enjoyed it, along with my subscribers. Well, rate, comment, and subscribe, and hit the like button. Show some support. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching.